Now that you're familiar with graphing quadratic models, what we're going to be doing is writing quadratic models. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to write a quadratic function to model a situation. All right, you will notice on this one the difference between graphing and writing. In this specific example and the other ones, they gave you an equation and then we had to graph the function. This time they give us the graphed function and we want to figure out the equation. So pretty much what you're trying to answer is what equation would lead me to drawing this graph. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and put y equals, and it is a parabola, so I know it's going to have a squared on it. First thing that I like to figure out is what the vertex is. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and then up 3. So the vertex is 4, 3. That we had to go to the right 4 and up 3. So inside, what I'd have to do is x. I'd have to put a minus 4 on the inside to force myself to go to the right 4, and then up 3 would just be plus 3. What we are missing is the number that's going to go on the outside. So we're just going to put an a there for right now, and what we're going to have to do is find the a. Right. Similarly to when we have a linear equation and we would like to find the b, we pick another point. That's exactly what we're going to do here. You'll notice we have lots of points to pick from. So I am just going to pick the point 3, 4. And again, you can pick any of those points you want. So this is the x, this is the y. So I'm going to go down to my equation and I'm going to put the 4 in for the y, and I'm going to put the 3 in for the x. And we'll basically be solving for a. So I'm going to have 4 equals. Here I'm going to have 3 minus 4 is negative 1, but then when I square negative 1, I'll get 1, so I'll have 1a plus 3. And then I'm going to come over here just so you can see it better. All right, if I'm solving this for a, the first thing that I do is subtract 3 from both sides. So I'm going to get 1 equals 1a, and then if I divide both sides by 1, I get a equals 1. So all I'm doing with this equation right here, we just found the a was 1. So the answer to this problem would be y equals 1, parentheses x minus 4 squared, plus 3. So if I were to give you this problem, this is what the graph would look like. Right, problem 2. Again, we're given the graph and we want to figure out what equation would lead to that graph. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the vertex. It looks like I'd have to go to the left 1 and then down 2. Okay, so I'm going to put y equals. To get myself to go to the left 2, I'd have to put x plus 1, because remember we do the opposite on the inside. Don't forget that square, that's really important. And then since I had to go down 2 to get to my vertex, we're going to put minus 2. I still need to put the a out in front because I need to figure out what number would that be. Alrighty, so I'm going to go over to my table. I can pick any point that I want. I think I'm going to pick ones that have positives in them, so I'm going to pick 0 and 2. So my first number is my x, my second number is my y, so I'm going to have 2 equals a 1 plus 1 squared minus 2. So let's figure this out. I'm going to have 2 equals 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 4 times a is 4a, and then we still have minus 2. I'm going to again just solve this for a, so I'll add 2 to both sides, and I'll get 4 equals 4a, then we'll divide by 4. I get, once again, a is equal to 1. So the 1 goes there, and I'm just going to rewrite my equation. Y equals, my a was 1, and then I still have x plus 1 squared minus 2. Right, I'm going to try one more with you, and then you can pause it and try one on your own. Okay, this one, again, we need to figure out the vertex. So I'd go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. So the right 4, and then I'm going to have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have to go up 5. All right, so I'm going to get y equals. To get myself to go to the right 4, I'd have to put x minus 4. Don't forget that squared. And to go up 5, we'll just put plus 5. We'll put an a in front because we'll be looking for that. And then once again, we just need to find a point that will work here. I think that I will pick 3, 3. That looks like just a nice number. 3 is my x, 3 is my y. So I will have 3 equals a times the quantity 3 minus 4 squared plus 5. And then I'll get 3 equals 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. 1 times a is 1a plus 5. I'll then subtract 5 from both sides. 3 minus 5 is negative 2 is equal to 1a. And if that 1 is bothering you there, we could divide both sides by 1. We'll get a is equal to negative 2. So a does not always equal 1. So now we just found that a was negative 2. So we're going to come in here. Y equals, the a was negative 2. And then we'll just rewrite the rest of the equation. And there we go. All right, we're going to be trying one more this time. I'd love for you to pause the video and try this on your own and then come back and see how you do. All right, to start to get the vertex, we're going to have to go to the left 1, and then I'm going to have to go up 8. So left 1, up 8. So if I'm going to do my vertex to get myself to go to the left 1, it's going to be x plus 1 squared. And then to go up 8, it will be plus 8. We'll put that a in front because we're going to be looking for that. I think I'll choose 0, 4 this time. That looks like just a nice one to work with, no negatives in it. The 0 is my x, the 4 is my y. So I'll get 4 equals a times 0 plus 1 squared plus 8. All right, so I get 4 equals 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1, times a is 1a plus 8, and then we'll subtract 8 from both sides, and we'll get a is equal, pretty much a is equal to negative 4. So if I rewrite this, I'll get y equals, my a was negative 4, and then I just rewrite the rest of the problem. So hopefully now you can write a quadratic model for a parabola.